Hello everyone, today we're going to be reviewing the newest Star Wars series, Acolyte. Now, I know it's been out for over a month, and I really debated whether or not I wanted to review it. I was seeing so much going on online, positive, negative, just so many different opinions that were clashing, just a lot of different ideas being thrown at each other, ideas thrown at the fans. So I'm not going to talk about that. I don't want to talk about the negative side of Acolyte. I'm not going to talk about behind the scenes, about director or cast comments. I just want to talk about the episodes. This is a show I am enjoying for the most part, and I just want to share the parts about it that I'm having fun watching right now. So this is going to be a positive review. If you're watching this and you just don't like the Acolyte, the worst you can do is don't watch Acolyte. You know, that's the thing. When I see people complaining about some of these companies and some of these TV shows, is if you don't watch it, then they're not getting your views or your money if you don't pay to go to the theater. When you watch something that you know you don't like, you're giving them what they need. You're giving them the money because you paid to go see it in theaters, or you're watching a TV series you don't like, so you're giving them the views. So regardless, enough of that. I like The Acolyte, so I'm going to jump into what I think are some positives for this TV series. Now, given that it is the High Republic era, I have not read the High Republic books. I have not read nearly enough Legends books that I know I probably should have. I did watch the Old Republic games, the first one at least. So I've seen that general story for Darth Revan. I've not seen the second gameplay. I watched my brother play through the entirety of the first game, so I didn't play it myself. I did see the whole thing. So I don't know much about the second game. I don't know about the content that involves Darth Malgus, but I am seeing that there are Old Republic, other legends, and some canon references all around this show right now. So given it is High Republic, I am really glad I do have this. When I built my last lightsaber at Disney, I chose to build my lightsaber with the High Republic design. I'm so glad that I decided to go with this design. This one's really cool. I just love the generic look of these lightsabers. And the thing with the show is when we see different characters' hilts and sabers, a lot of them are different, which sort of gives variety, which is really cool. So the first thing I want to talk about this episode that we'll skim through the first one is I like the design with everything. So even though in the High Republic books we did see a lot of the content in illustrations or pictures or concept art, even though it's not completely new, I do like the general design of the Jedi's robes in this timeline right now. So I like the robes. I like the new ships that we see in episode 1. I like that there's sort of a connection to Clone Wars, given that Osha ends up on Karlak, which was in Star Wars Clone Wars when Lux Monteri made, and when he joined up with the Death Watch to try to make his move against Dooku when Bo-Katan wanted some Ahsoka action. That was Karlak. So that was in this episode. So that's a subtle Clone Wars reference. And then I do like the new droid designs. Osha's droid Pip seems like a very practical droid. We haven't seen a droid like that where it has multiple uses where it's practical. So Pip's pretty neat so far. And on the prisoner's ship, whatever it's called, the pilots that you assume are droids also, as the ship is going down, they turn into chairs. So that was pretty interesting. That's something new, something brand new. Maybe it was in Legends somewhere, but I don't know about it. So to me, it was new and it was really neat. So those are the designs I really like so far. Now, with episode 1, this is an introductory episode, so we don't really get a whole lot of backstory with really any of the characters yet. And even though Vernestra is in this episode, to my knowledge, I don't know if the other characters in this show were from the books. It is to my knowledge that Vernestra was the only one from the books in the show now. I could be wrong, that's what I've heard. If you've heard differently, correct me in the comments, please. So, with that being said, for the most part, these are brand new characters we're seeing. Master Soul, really neat character so far. Yord seems like he could go either way. I like him so far. And then Jackie seems like her character could end up being annoying, could be interesting, I don't know. But so far, generally speaking, I like the new characters. With Osha, it's hard to say because I feel like there's going to be a piece about her story we don't know yet. And given that, her sister having that dynamic in the show, I feel like it's going to set up reveals and revelations later on that obviously we're not going to get in the first episode. For the episode, the opening I thought was really strong. We see a Jedi being killed without the use of a lightsaber, which I thought was pretty interesting. And the fact that she was in a lot of the marketing and then she dies in the opening for this series, I thought was an interesting choice because it raises the stakes and it begins to show that really no one's safe. This was the start of that. So I thought that was interesting. I thought it was a great choice. It got me hooked from the beginning, and I'm excited for this series. As far as the story is concerned, we don't get a lot in episode 1, but what I do enjoy so far is the instance when Osha is then on the run. It's one of those stories I would assume would take half a season, and then that was sort of skipped over, and Master Stoll and his crew now meet up with her. She says that her sister is the one responsible for Master Indara's death, and now she's being believed. Once she told the truth, I thought that would be something that would take half a season to reveal, but it did not. So far, I like the pacing with the story, where they take sort of generic instances that could be used as a lame plot device to carry episodes with fillers. That was skipped over. So I really do like that so far. So there's so much more to come. I have watched all the episodes so far. I've just now decided to go back and review, so I don't really want to spoil. Maybe people watching it in order or watching an episode and then a review one at a time. But I'm going to review as many as I can today. I want to get through the episodes. I'm excited to share my thoughts about this show. There are a lot of details I'm seeing from other people online, what they're noticing, correlations between this and Legends now being canon. So there's some exciting stuff, and I'm excited to share my thoughts with you guys. So thanks for watching the first video of Star Wars Acolyte.